What's up, everyone? A big question I get asked when someone comes in wanting a tattoo. Does it hurt? Of course it hurts. You have a bunch of needles stabbing you. But we're going to talk about why it hurts coming up. So, does it hurt? Of course it hurts. Like I said, you have a bunch of little needles stabbing you 80 to 150 times a second. So if you watched my last video on how tattoos work, I'll link it right up here. Go watch that and then come back to this video. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that happens. Alright, you're back and you're watching this video. And you have just found out that the needles have got to get the ink deep enough into the skin so that it stays there. The ink doesn't blow out, or the ink isn't too high that it gets washed away. Well, where the ideal location ends up being is right next to your pain receptors. And given that the needle is going into your skin at 80 to 150 times a second, it's no wonder that it's going to be a little painful. So that was the sciencey part. But now let's take a look at tattoo pain and how you might register it. And we're going to look at two things. We're going to look at the types of tattoo pain and factors that might affect pain. So there are roughly 5 different types of tattoo pain you may feel. You may feel 1, you may feel 3, you may feel all 5 of these types of pain. It's important to remember that everyone is different, so this affects everyone differently. So the first type of pain is scratching pain. Now, this is probably the most common type of pain associated with getting inked up. A lot of people describe it as getting scratched by a cat, which I could see it. I mean, look at this little girl. She's gonna give us a little tattoo with these claws. Now, starting out, this sensation isn't too bad, but it gets pretty tedious and annoying when your artist is working on the same spot for a little bit. And multiple needles tend to feel scratchier than just a single tattoo needle. The second type of tattoo pain you might feel is a sharp stinging pain. Now, you will normally feel this with a lower needle count. So a 3 or a 5 liner, which could be used for finer line work, is normally where you would probably feel this type of pain. This type of pain feels like the needle's penetrating deep into your skin, causing it to feel sharp and intense. Now, this has been described as like a bunch of tiny bee stings. And this unpleasantness could cause you to want to move away from your artist or even swear at them. Don't do that. Moving away could cause uneven lines, and swearing at your artist, well, that's just not nice. The third type of pain is a burning pain. Now, the burning pain, I would describe it more as a mixture of the first 2 types of pain, although more probably on the scratchier side than on the stinging side. And this type of pain is more associated with parts of the body that have already been worked on. And it's not so much intense as it just really is annoying. But a lot like scratching pain, it can start to wear you down mentally. The fourth kind of pain you could experience is a vibrating pain. Now, this is a very strange sensation to be feeling while tattooing, and you will probably feel this in more bony places, like maybe on your sternum, your elbows, your kneecaps, your shins, and as those needles come in close contact with your bones, they hit against the areas at high speeds, causing the vibrating pain. And it's not sharp or excruciating, it's just an unpleasant feeling. And the less muscle or fat you have over this area, the more likely you are to feel this kind of pain. And the fifth and final type of pain, and probably everybody's favorite, as weird as that sounds, is the dull or background pain. When you're getting tattooed, the first couple passes or maybe the first 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna feel the sharp, intense pain. And if it's your first time getting tattooed, you may be having second thoughts. Ugh, why did I do this? I can't finish. Someone stop this already. But don't worry, because after a few minutes, the adrenaline and the endorphins will kick in, and then the pain will begin to subside, and it will start to feel that like dull background pain. Now, you'll still feel it, but it's your body's way of telling you that it is currently dealing with trauma. And your body will continue to drift in and out of this dull pain throughout the process. But the longer your body sits to the tattooing process, your body will probably start to run low on these pain-numbing hormones. And if you've seen videos, that is why people start to twitch and move around a lot, because they have been sitting for a bit and they are now starting to feel that pain again. But as they say, no pain, no gain. And I always tell my clients, it may hurt, but it's going to look awesome. So we went over the 5 types of pain you may feel, but what I also want to look at are the factors that may play into the pain you feel while getting tattooed. The location. Now, this video is the first video in a set of 3, and in those next 2 videos, we're going to look at locations. But where you get your tattoo definitely affects the pain level. Closer to bones, closer to joints, closer to nerve endings, the more pain you're going to feel. Size, shape, and composition. How big the tattoo is, and the shape of the tattoo and where it puts that on your body. And then whether or not there is a lot of shading or line work, all affects the pain that you're going to feel during your tattoo. Pain tolerance. Now this is what you'll hear a lot of artists say, is what is your pain tolerance? Because everyone is different. And so what may hurt for me may not hurt for you, because our bodies are different. And so that really affects the pain level of tattoos. Gender. So research actually suggests that people who are biologically women experience sensations of pain more intensely than men. On the other hand, though, scientists have also found that women are more accepting of pain than men. But there is no scientific research suggesting women experience more pain than men while getting a tattoo, or vice versa. But what I have noticed personally throughout my endeavors so far is that women do tend to sit better for a tattoo than men. Experience. Research does suggest that people who have had tattoos before tend to have a higher pain threshold compared to those who have never had a tattoo before. And then finally, age and weight. While not fully supported by research, it is possible that people who are higher in age and higher in weight may feel pain a lot more intensely. Older skin may be easier to bruise or feel more pain than younger skin. And heavier people may have looser skin, which could also be more sensitive to tattoos. Conversely though, people with low body fat might also feel more pain. But again, all this information is subjective, and honestly, it depends on your body. These are just things to consider when getting a tattoo, and consider while thinking about tattoo pain. So I hope this help clears the air about tattoo pain. Now you may know the certain sensations you may feel, and also factors that definitely affect tattoo pain. Comment below, let me know your most painful tattoo experience, or if you've never had a tattoo before, how this video helped you prepare for getting a tattoo and dealing with the pain. That's it for me today, guys. Don't forget to check back next week, because we are going to talk about the most painful places to get a tattoo. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.